Hello everyone, this is Teacher March and welcome to another maths video lesson. Today we will be discussing about order of operations o yung tinatawag nating GEMDAS rule. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin natin sa GEMDAS rule? And ganito yan. If you are given an expression, a mathematical expression, kung yan man ay arithmetic expression, yung puro numero, or an algebraic expressions, yung may constants at saka variables, sinusunod natin yung order of operations para makuha ninyo yung tamang sagot. Okay? Kapag nasunod ninyo ng tama yung order of operations or yung tinatawag na GEMDAS rule, walang magiging problema doon sa inyong magiging sagot. Okay? So, sinasabi ng order of operations yung tamang pagkakasunod-sunod, yung proper sequence of operations that need to be done. Okay? So, pagdating sa order of operations, ano yung unang ginagawa natin? Una, hahanapin nyo muna yung mga grouping symbols. Kasi yung mga grouping symbols na to, yan yung mga nasa loob noon, yun ang una ninyong kukumputin or yun ang una ninyong isi-simplify. Ano-ano yung mga yan? Okay, una yung parentheses. We also have brackets and braces. These grouping symbols enclose operations. Okay, yung yung, kahit na alin doon sa apat na operation. Pwedeng addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and even repeated multiplication. Pwede yan. Kinukulong yan doon sa loob ng parenthesis. Kapag nakakita kayo ng mga ganong expressions, yun ang una ninyong pine-perform. When you are done with these grouping symbols, the next thing to do is to simplify exponentiated expressions. So yung mga may exponentiations doon sa expressions ninyo, yun ang isusunod ninyong i-simplify. Paano nyo malalaman o masasabi na may exponentiation? Okay, suppose you have encountered this number, no? Yung 2 raised to 3. Yung 2 dyan is what we call the base. And 3 is what we call the exponent. So pag ganyan yung notation ng number, that's exponentiation. And it comes second to the order of operation. And exponentiation is actually repeated multiplication. So in this case, yung 2 raised to 3, yung 2 na base, ginamit natin ng 3 beses sa repeated multiplication natin, which will give you 8. Okay? After exponentiation, we perform multiplication or division. Okay? So suppose you are given 8 times 2 divided by 4. 8 times 2 divided by 4. Papaano ninyo kukumputin yan? You may say that we multiply, then divide. That's correct. And 8 times 2 divided by 4 will give you 4. Okay? But what about if you are given 10 divided by 5 times 3? O, ano ang una ninyong kukumputin? Yung mag-multiply ba muna kayo o mag-divide o mag-divide muna kayo bago mag-multiply? Now, in this case, since dun sa third level ng ating operations, sa order of operations natin, yung multiplication at saka division ay naka-tie up, magkasama sila. They are of the same level. Okay? Pareho sila ng level of yung priority, di ba? So, magkasama sila. In this case, you need to perform the operation from left to right. So, alinman sa dalawa ang mauna sa kaliwa, papuntang kanan, yun ang i-execute niyo. So, in this case, it's not 5 times 3 bago kayo magpupunta sa division. It should be 10 divided by 5 times 3. So we divide and then multiply. And that will give you 6. Okay? So again, doon sa ating multiplication division level, we perform the operation from left to right. Last order of operation is addition or subtraction. So if you are given 5 plus 2 minus 2, meron kayong dalawang operation, yung addition at saka subtraction. And they are of the same level. Okay, so we perform that by adding 5 and 2, then subtract 2 from it. So 5 plus 2 is 7 minus 2, that will give you 5. But if you are given 10 minus 3 plus 2, hindi yan addition muna bago subtraction. Kasi kagaya nga na nabanggit ko, naka-tie up na naman sila. Okay, magkasama sila doon sa isang level. Ibig sabihin, kung alin ang mauna sa kanila, yun ang unang yung i-perform. So in this case, we perform the operation from left to right, meaning we subtract and then add. So 10 minus 3, that's 7, plus 2 will give us 9. Okay? So sa last level ng order of operations, we have addition and subtraction. We do it from left to right. So makikita ninyo, we have the GEMDAS or the GEMDAS rule. Okay? So in the next video, I will demonstrate to you how we perform this order of operations with different mathematical expressions.
Okay, first, bago tayo mag-compute or bago tayo mag-simplify ng mga expressions natin involving two or more operations following the order of operation, mas mainam na mag-prepare kayo ng checklist ng ating GEMDAS rule na kagaya nito. Kasi this will serve as your guide in performing the operations in the proper order. Let's have our first expression. We have 4 plus the quantity 10 minus 7. Okay? Now, there are two operations involved. We have addition and subtraction. Ang tanong, alin ang uunahin natin sa kanilang dalawa? Yung addition ba or yung subtraction? So, titignan natin yung checklist natin. Ang una natin gagawin ay yung grouping symbol. In this case, meron tayong grouping symbol. At ang expression na nasa loob ay 10 minus 7. So, ano yung 10 minus 7? That would be 3. And that 3 will be added now to 4. So, tignan uli natin yung order of operation natin na checklist. Wala na tayong dito sa 4 plus 3. Wala na tayong grouping symbol. Wala rin tayong exponentiation. Wala rin tayong multiplication and division. But we have addition. So, we perform addition here, which is 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay? So, ganon ang paggamit natin ng ating checklist. Let's have another example. Okay. Kanina, isa lang yung ating pares ng grouping symbol. Papaano ngayon kung meron tayong dalawang pares ng grouping symbol? Let's say we have the quantity 12 minus 5 plus 2 times 3. Okay, so as you can see, there are three operations involved. Meron tayong subtraction, meron tayong addition, at meron tayong multiplication. Now, dun sa checklist natin, we have the grouping symbols ang una nating hahanapin. So, meron tayong G. But in this case, there are 2. Meron tayong 12 minus 5 at saka 2 times 3. Okay. Pwede naman yan dahil ito naman ang ating ipaprioritize rather, yung 12 minus 5 at saka yung 2 times 3. Walang problema kung unahin natin yung 12 minus 5 tapos isolve natin yung 2 times 3. Or, on the same level, gawin natin siya ng sabay. Bakit? Kasi these two expressions are independent. Pag sinabing independent sila sa isa't isa, Etong value ng 12 minus 5, hindi naman nakadepende dyan yung value na nasa loob ng ating pangalawang pares ng grouping symbol. Okay? So, magkahiwalay sila. So, ang gagawin natin, kukomputin na natin yung 12 minus 5. And what is 12 minus 5? 12 minus 5 is 7. And 2 times 3 here is 6. Okay? So, as you can see, sinabay natin na computin yung dalawang grouping symbols natin or yung dalawa nating grouped operation. Okay? And what do we do here? We need to add kasi meron tayong addition. So, we'll have 7 plus 6. And what is 7 plus 6? That would be 13. Ito yung ating sagot. Okay? So, as you can see, ulit, kapag meron tayong dalawa o higit pa na grouping symbols or pares ng grouping symbols, pwede natin gawin yan ng sabay, provided na yung ating grouping symbol, wala kang makikitang grouping symbol na nasa loob niya. Okay? Wala tayong tinatawag na nested grouping symbol or yung nested operation. So, that's how we perform the order of operations with two pairs of grouping symbols. Let's have our third one. Paano naman kung halimbawa ang expression natin ay ganito? We have 5 times 2 raised to 3. So, titignan natin yung ating order of operation na checklist. Do we have a pair of grouping symbols? Wala. Ano ang susunod na checkin natin? Yung exponents or exponentiation. Do we have exponentiated expression here? Yes, we have. So, checkan natin yon. And aside from that, we also have multiplication. So, dalawa yung ating checkan dun sa ating order of operation na checklist or yung GEMDAS checklist natin. So, alin ang uunahin natin dito? We need to perform first or simplify exponentiated expression, which in this case is 2 raised to 3. Ano nga ba yung 2 raised to 3? Okay. Pag meron tayo ng ganito, ang tawag natin sa 2 ay base, yung 3 ay yung power or yung exponent niya. Yung 3 tells you that we have to do or perform repeated multiplication of 2. And how many times will we use 2 in that multiplication? 3 beses. So, that means, dito tayo sa side, okay, we have 2 raised to 3. That means we have 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? So, tatlong 2. So, 2 times 2 times 2, that would be 8. Yung 8 na yan, ang gagamitin natin for 2 raised to 3. So, we will have now 8. Okay? So, yung 2 raised to 3 simplified into 8. Then, kopyahin natin yung ibang part ng expression natin, which is 5 times. So, we'll have, instead of 5 times 2 raised to 3, we have 5 times 8. And what is 5 times 8? That would be 40. Okay? So, pwede tayong gumawa ng ganitong computation on the side para hindi tayo malilito dun sa ating order of operation. Paano naman ngayon kung yung exponentiated expression natin ay nasa loob ng parentheses? Kagaya nito. We'll have 5, the quantity 5 squared minus 9 plus 3. Okay? So, paano natin ngayon isosolve itong expression na to? Paano natin yan isi-simplify? So, tignan uli natin yung checklist natin. Okay? First, let's look out for grouping symbols. In this case, meron tayong pares ng parentheses. So, we'll check that. Aside from the grouping symbol, meron din tayong exponentiated expression. So, we'll check E. And, doon sa labas ng grouping symbol natin, meron tayong meron tayong addition operation. Okay, so AS. So, ibig sabihin, we have to perform how many operations? There are 3 operations. So, pag tinanong ko kayo, ilang operations meron to? Most probably, ang sasabihin ng karamihan sa inyo, 2. Kasi obviously, meron tayong minus sign at saka meron tayong plus sign. So, ang sasabihin ninyo, ma'am, 2 po yung operation, subtraction and addition. But, meron tayong isa pa. Aside from subtraction and addition, we have here repeated multiplication, which is yung exponentiated expression natin na 5 squared or 5 raised to 2. So, there are 3 operations involved. So, ano ang una nating gagawin? First, we need to simplify the expression within the grouping symbol. So, yun, nasa loob ng ating parenthesis, yun ang ating unang isosolve. Deadma muna natin si plus 3. Okay? So, dito tayo muna magko-concentrate. Now, kagaya ng sinabi ko, there are 2 operations involved here. Meron tayong exponentiated expression or exponentiation, which means there is repeated multiplication and we have subtraction. So, alin ang uunahin natin? So, nakafocus tayo sa grouping symbol. Nagkataon, sa loob ng grouping symbol, meron tayong exponentiated expression. So, let's have on the side our exponentiated number. So, 5 raised to 2. It's 5 squared or raised to 2. Ano nga ang ibig sabihin ng maliit na number na to, ng exponent? Sasabihin niya sa inyo kung ilang 5 yung imomultiply. So, that means we have to multiply 5 times 5. Dalawang 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? So, we can now replace 5 squared with 25. So, in that case, nagawa na natin yung exponentiated value natin. So, we will have now the quantity 25 minus 9. Then, copy plus 3. Okay. Now, ilang operation na lang ang involved? Meron na lang tayong 2. Subtraction and addition. Tignan uli natin yung checklist natin. Doon sa checklist natin na yan, uunahin natin yung yung G. Okay, yung G, grouping symbol. Yung 25 plus 9. So, in this case, we need to subtract 9 from 25. And that will be 16. Kopyahin natin yung plus 3. Leaving us with addition only. And 16 plus 3 will be 19. Yun yung ating final answer. Okay. Ma'am, sabi niyo po grouping symbol muna. Bakit po nauna yung exponentiation? Okay, ganito kasi yan. 'Di ba? Ang inuuna natin ay yung nasa loob ng grouping symbol. Nagkataon kasi doon sa ating expression, yung nasa loob ng ating grouping symbol ay 2. Okay? 2 operation. Isang multiplication denoted by the base and the exponent at saka subtraction. Sa order of operation, alin ang inuuna? Yung multiplication. Pero since exponentiated yung ating 5, naka-raise siya sa 2, ibig sabihin, do sa 2 operation between subtraction and the exponentiation, uunahin natin yung exponentiation. Hindi natin nababiolate yung order of operation. Kasi, ina-apply natin yung order of operation natin or yung GEMDAS rule natin dun sa mismong loob ng parenthesis or yung nasa loob ng grouping symbol. Now, unti-unti, sinimplify natin yung nasa loob ng grouping symbol. Naging 25 minus 9 and naging 16. Dahil na-finalize na natin, na-perform natin yung 2 operation na nasa loob ng parenthesis, nagkaroon na tayo ng 16, nakalabas na tayo dun sa grouping symbol, that's the time we proceed to addition. Okay? So, ganyan ang ginagawa if you have two or more operations inside a parenthesis or a grouping symbol. Now, paano naman kung halimbawa wala tayong grouping symbol, wala tayong exponentiation, but we have any of the four fundamental operations, yung multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So, suppose we have 2 plus 7 times 3. Okay? So, we go about our checklist. Meron ba tayong grouping symbol? Wala. Meron ba tayong exponentiations? Wala. Meron ba tayong multiplication and division? Meron. So, we have multiplication and division. Ayun. Ito. And then, we have also addition. So, dalawa. We have two operations involved. Multiplication and addition. According to the order of operation, alin ang uunahin natin? Yung MD, which stands for multiplication and division. So, in this case, wala naman siyang division. Multiplication lang ang meron. So, ang gagawin natin, we operate on 7 times 3. And 7 times 3 will be 21. Yung lumabas na dun sa multiplication natin, i-add natin ngayon sa 2. Okay? So, that's 2 plus 21. And what will be our answer? Yung sagot natin ay 23. Okay, let's have another example. Okay, let's have 10 divided by 5 minus 1. So, again, we have here two operations. Hindi ko nabura. Sorry. Burahin na lang natin. So, ano yung dalawa yung operations natin? We have division and subtraction. Okay? So, ang checkan natin ngayon sa checklist natin, yung MD at saka yung AS. Since wala naman tayong grouping symbol at saka wala rin tayong exponentiation. So, alin sa dalawa ang uunahin natin? Mag-divide muna tayo. Okay? So, we will perform first 10 divided by 5. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then 2, kopyahin natin to, minus 1. What is 2 minus 1? That's 1. Okay? Oh. So, wala namang problema kung yung dalawang operations ninyo ay isa dun sa mas mataas na level at yung isa dun sa mas mababa. Siyempre, susundin natin kung ano yung nasa taas, which is multiply or divide, di ba? Ang isang problema ninyo ngayon yan, or natin, paano kung halimbawa, there are two operations of the same priority or of the same level? Halimbawa, you were asked to simplify 4 times 5 divided by 2. Okay? So, you have multiplication and division. Alin ang uunahin ninyo sa dalawa? Kagaya ng na-discuss ko nung una, we have MD here. Ito lang ang meron tayo. But we have both operations, multiplication and division. So, yung dalawang operations ninyo, nasa iisang level lang. At ano ang gagawin natin? We should do it from left to right. So, we will perform our operation from left going to the right since they come from the same level or they are of the same priority. Okay? So, we will have first 4 times 5. And what is 4 times 5? That's 20. And then 20 now will be divided by 2. And our answer is 10. Okay, ma'am, dapat po ba laging multiplication ang nauuna? Okay. Paano? Ganito yan. Paano kung halimbawa ang ibinigay sa inyo 12 divided by 6 times 5? Okay? Ma'am, multiply po muna. Okay. Hindi ganun yon. Hindi common nakalagay dyan ay MD, laging multiplication ang una. Mind you people, we perform multiplication or division from left going to the right. So, dito, dahil ang operations lang naman natin ay multiplication and division, we perform the operation from left to right. So, gagawin natin yan mula kaliwa pa kanan. So, alin ang uunahin natin? Ang uunahin natin dyan ay yung division. So, hindi laging multiplication ang inuuna. Kasi sa multiplication and division, ang inuuna natin kung ano yung nasa kaliwa pa kanan. So, in this case, it's 12 divided by 6. And what is 12 divided by 6? That's 2. And then we multiply that to 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. Hindi po pwedeng imumultiply mo muna bago ka magdi-divide. Okay? Kasi pag nagkaganon, hindi mo ma-perform yung order of operations ng tama. Kasi yung order of operations, basically, we perform operations of the same level from left to right. Okay? So, we have 10 in this expression. Hindi yung 6 times 5 muna, tapos saka i-divide yung 12 by 30. Okay? Same goes with addition and subtraction. Kung wala kayong makikitang ibang operations, kung hindi addition and subtraction, we perform the operations from left to right. So, suppose we have 8 plus 4 minus 3. Okay? So, alin ang uunahin natin? Ang uunahin natin ay yung addition bago yung subtraction kasi we perform that from left to right. As we have here in our checklist. Okay? Yung AS natin is done from left going to the right. So, in this case, ang uunahin natin ay 8 plus 4. And what is 8 plus 4? That would be 12. And we subtract 3 from 12. And 12 minus 3 will be 9. Yun yung ating sagot. Okay? Ma'am, paano po kung, halimbawa, nauna po, magkabaligtad po sila? Paano po kung minus muna yun nasa kaliwa? So, let's have this. Suppose we have 7 minus 2 plus 8. Okay, 7 minus 2 plus 8. Ang nakalagay dyan, dun sa ating checklist, it's AS. But, take note, people, addition and subtraction, they are tied up. Magkasama sila dun sa level. So, ibig sabihin, we will do it from left to right. So, alin ang nauna? Sa kaliwa. Pag tinignan natin yan, from left to right, ang uunahin natin ay yung 7 minus 2. And what is 7 minus 2? 7 minus 2 is 5. Then, that's the time we can perform addition with 8. So, 5 plus 8 will be 13. Okay? So, that's how you follow the order of operations. Okay. Paano naman ngayon kung halimbawa madami siya? Okay? Nandoon lahat ng operation. Merong grouping symbol, may exponentiation, may multiplication, may division, may addition, and subtraction. So, paano ang gagawin natin? So, suppose we have 6 divided by the quantity 5 minus 3 plus 2 raised to 3 times 5. Okay? So, paano ang gagawin natin pag ganyan? So, tignan natin yung checklist natin, isa-isahin natin. Meron ba tayong grouping symbol? Okay, may grouping symbol tayo. Yun ang una nating gawin. So, in this case, pag tinignan natin yan from left to right, meron tayong grouping symbol na makikita which is 5 minus 3. Ang gagawin natin, we simplify first or carry out the operation inside the grouping symbol. And the rest will copy. So, eto, yung 5 minus 3 natin, this is equal to 2. Okay? Then we copy the rest. 6 divided by 2 plus 2 raised to 3 times 5. Okay? Tignan uli natin yung checklist natin. We're done with the grouping symbol. We'll have E. Meron ba tayong exponentiation dun sa ating expression? Yes, we have. Ano yung expression na yon? We have 2 raised to 3. So, we need to carry out the exponentiation part. So, ano ngayon yung 2 raised to 3? So, dito tayo sa side. 2 raised to 3. That means we will use 2 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2. And what is 2 times 2 times 2? That would be 8. So, ang gagawin natin, we simplify 2 raised to 3. And the rest, kukopyahin natin. So, we'll have 2 raised to 3. This will become 8. Then we'll copy 6 divided by 2 plus 2 raised to 3 is now 8 times 5. Okay? Tapos, balikan uli natin yung checklist natin. Wala na tayong grouping symbol. Wala na rin tayong exponentiation. We'll have multiplication and division from left to right. Okay? Tandaan ha? From left to right. So, that means we'll have here division and then multiplication. Okay? Dahil hindi naman sila magkadikit talaga dahil may addition pa, walang problema kung pagsasabayin na natin silang i-compute dun sa susunod nating linya. Okay? So, what is now 6 divided by 2? This will be 3. And 8 times 5 is 40. Then we need to add. Okay? And then lastly, we have AS. Since addition na lang naman yung natitira natin, our final answer will be 43. So that's how you perform order of operations or the GEMDAS rule. Again, paano ang ginagawa natin? You look for grouping symbols. Any operation inside the grouping symbol should be performed first. Yun ang inyong uunahin. So, dito sa kaso natin, yung example natin na to, yung subtraction ng inuna natin. Kahit yan ay nasa last, uunahin natin yung subtraction. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang grouping symbol. Nasa loob siya ng parentheses. Okay? So, yun ang uunahin natin. That becomes 2. The rest, kinopya lang natin. Then, we go back to the order of operations. We have exponentiation dahil wala naman ng parentheses dyan or wala namang ng grouping symbols, we perform now exponentiation. And 2 raised to 3 becomes 8. Dahil wala nang grouping symbol, wala ring exponentiation, we scan for the next line of, for the next set of operations, which is multiplication and division. And we have division and then multiplication. Bakit nga natin pinagsabay na? Pinagsabay na natin yan kasi hindi naman sila magkasunod talaga. Kasi meron pang addition na nakapagitna. Okay? So, we have 3 plus 40. And then, lastly, we perform the least priority, yung addition. 3 plus 40 is 43.
Okay, so that's how you perform the order of operations with given different kinds of mathematical expressions. I hope you learned something from this lesson video and this prepares you in answering your module. Thank you and God bless.